So this is how to win big parlays on Fanduel. And essentially, I'm just re-updating or re-uploading, you can say, one of my videos I made back in 2018 explaining the same concept. But yeah, so now we have Fanduel, we have BetMGM, DraftKings, and Caesars. But this can be done on pretty much any sports book. But one key to look for when betting parlays is not betting on big money lines, because when you're betting on big money lines, you're not going to get the full value as you would betting underdogs, or structuring it where you're going to get the best possible payout. What a lot of people like to do is just throw in big favorites, which that's fine, but you're really not getting the best value out of those favorites that you're parlaying. Same with spreads. If you put 3 spreads together, yeah, you're getting a nice payout, but there could be a little bit more value that you're not getting. So this is the best way I feel that you can structure your parlays. I have some examples that I've saved from the past. So the first, if you want to say, the first tip to use when I bet on parlays is I like to bet on 2 spreads and then throw in a bigger money line play on one game. So this is college football here. I'm just pulling up the week that's upcoming. So we have money lines here. Okay, so we have a low money line with Florida State. Then we have Air Force. That's a big favorite. Okay, so what I like to do when I structure parlays is I'll take a big money line, like for instance Western Kentucky. I'll take at plus 180, or it could be something else like a team like Buffalo at plus 400. If I think it has a legit, realistic shot at hitting, I'll put that in a parlay. Okay, and then what I'll do is add 2 spread bets or even 2 short money lines, like Florida State at minus 135, or another short favorite like UNLV at minus 150. I'll do something like that. I'll structure 2 money line bets with a big underdog, or I'll do 2 spread bets with a big underdog on the money line. So that's one thing that I like to do when structuring parlays. Another thing that I like to do, and I think you should implement this, is save room for the end when you're betting on parlays. And what I mean by that is don't put all your parlays where they're going to start all at once. You have to set yourself up for opportunities to win. Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to structure parlays early on. So if you have a 3-team parlay going, you want to pick 2 early teams in the morning. So you want to do something like, for example, you're going to pick an 11 o'clock a.m. game here and parlay it to another game that starts at around 12. And if you have another 3rd team, you want to wait until the very end of the day, say for instance 4 p.m. or even 6 p.m. Then you want to throw that team in there so that you're basically setting yourself up for opportunities to win or hedge the bet. So for instance, if you hit the first 2 legs of the parlay, you're going to have the 3rd team pending at the very end of the day, and you have many more options. You could either let it ride or you could hedge the bet. So I mean, essentially you want to set yourself up to make money. So you want to leave yourself that opportunity to either hedge the bet or let it ride. So that's what I like to do when setting up parlays. Another thing I like to do is I like to bet on parlays and bet on the first half and parlay it to a team on the second half. So if you have open parlays, you could essentially bet on Florida State in the first half, parlay it to the second half at halftime. Okay, if you have an open parlay. What you can't do is take a money line on the full game and parlay it to the first half. You cannot bet on the full game money line, parlayed it to the first half money line. The sports books will not let you do it. None of these sports books will let you do it. All right, so you actually can bet the first half, parlay it to the second half on an open parlay. So that's one thing you could do. I like to do that. See, here's some examples that I have from, I believe this one was from 2017, and this one was a little bit later. So what I did here, just to pretty much close this video and show how this is possible. This was back in 2018 when I parlayed Iowa State, which, this is a very big long shot here. I didn't think it had a chance at the time, but, it was possible that it actually hit. So, but you don't even have to bet on a money line this drastic. Okay. So I had Iowa State here at plus 5,000 back in 2018 when Iowa State upset Baker Mayfield. Parlayed to 2 spread bets here that were minus 2.5. Okay, so this is a very possible parlay, especially if you take a plus 200 here, parlay to 2 spread bets. Very possible, very realistic. So another one that I had was parlaying Providence on the open. I had an open parlay, an open 3-team parlay, parlayed to the second half on Providence, and then Wright State on the first half. This is another option that I like to do. You get the best value betting this way and parlaying. So what I did was Providence was up in the first half. I took them in the first half at plus 265. And since they were up by a few points, 5 points or so, I parlayed them again to the second half at plus money because I thought they would win the game. Then I had parlayed them to Wright State to close out this 3-team parlay, which paid $153. I mean, this was for a very low investment, probably a $5 investment. This one right here was for a $10, $5 investment. So the risk, the ROI is very profitable on these types of parlays if you structure them right. So these are very low investment bets that could pay dramatic ROI. So, I mean, this is what I recommend when structuring parlays together. I would not parlay 3 spread bets. The conventional way is to bet 3 spread bets, 3 big money lines. I mean, you can get a lot of value betting this way. So this is what I recommend when putting together parlays. So this is how you win big parlays on Fanduel or any other sports book. It's possible. You have to do the research, obviously, but it's very possible to get the best value betting parlays this way. So I'll be back with another video. So comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you then.